All right, there's a lot of videos out there on this, and this one probably won't be any worse, but it may not be any better. Basically, I wanted to give you some details of the problem I had. As you can see, this is a Sportsman 500 HO, and as you can see from the explosion back here on the back end, that I had an axle problem. Now, this is the end result that we're looking for, how to pull these damn axles out. I had a heck of a time. I'll show you over here. You can see that I pulled them off and the boots came off and the bearings came out of the cups. So I was left with the cups in here. And there's a few videos out there on how to do it. And there's one guy who actually did it right that helped me, but I was not able to exactly see, so I had to kind of figure it out for myself. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Now, let's come up here. Now here's the actual cup. And this was the somewhat good one. You can see by the splines there. Obviously, I'll have to replace it from the damage I did pulling it out. But if you look, I've got 3 vice grips around, and I've got my slide hammer buried in there. But what he didn't show on the video, which I'm going to show you right now, is what I did. If I can get this guy. If you look in there, you'll see I've got a big washer on the end of my slide hammer that could not come out because of those vice grips. Now, keep in mind that when I first started banging on this, granted my vice grips slipped a couple times, and I also noticed that I was eating into my good slide hammer bolt. So what I did is I taped that up a little bit with some electrical tape to just keep that washer from beating up on my bolt there. Once I did that, I got my vice grips to hold for me, about 5 whacks with that slide hammer, and she popped out. Now when the other one was coming in from the other side, you'll see that center hole. I just put a little punch in there, tapped that with the hammer, and it popped right out. Now this is actually the bad one. You can see that the splines on that are worn off pretty good. So now I'm into some new axles, and I might be looking, might be looking at actually replacing this guy too, because I'm wondering if that's a little worn. So anyway, hope this helps you. If you got a 500 Sportsman Polaris, or pretty much just about any Polaris, I think their axles work the same. If you pull them off and end up with that part of the axle in your hand and need your cups out, that's how you do her.